Eid Mubarak, everybody. This Eid, I wish you all a lot of prosperity, wealth, health, and everything else that you've been dreaming about or praying about. I do hope it comes true for you and as soon as possible. So, what is going to be the most exciting thing about this Eid? Is Eid is only going to be accepted in crypto. So, I do hope you guys do practice that, and that's going to increase your bags as well. There's a lot of FUD around the markets right now because on Wednesday we're going to be having the Fed's rate hike meeting. That meeting is going to be very significant on how the markets are going to go ahead, especially in May. So let's get into the video and Eid Mubarak. First thing first, we have to look at what is the price structure right now in the markets. Price structure looks very good. And interestingly, market cipher is telling us right now there's a buy signal on it, which is very interesting because that's happening on the daily time frame. So we haven't had that for some time. The market kept having a downside. Maybe this is going to bring that upside that we had been discussing about. We could have that short squeeze with it. And also we're going to be seeing possibly a chance of breaking above $40,500 to $41,000 range, because that is the range that we are facing resistance from right now. If we do break above that, then very likely market is gonna look very bullish, especially in day and hourly time frames, and that's what we ideally want to see. So if we want to get into other coins as well, ETH is also drawing a very similar picture right now to what BTC is. We do have that big signal right now here on the ciphers. Still, you can wait for the MACD convergence. Once the MACD convergence does happen, then we could be actually becoming very bullish. We would ideally want to break above into the regions of $3,000 to $2,950. Once we do that, then we can actually feel like that now the market, especially on the daily time frames and the hourly time frames, is beginning to get very bullish. But obviously, we have to wait for the Fed rate hike to be announced. Exactly what the number is. Prediction right now is about 50 bps to 75 bps. Let's see whether we're going to be correct on that, or maybe things might be just very different from what we are expecting right now. So let's get into the news. The first news we have today is US dollar climbs going towards 20-year high as market braces for Fed rate hike, like I just said. And it's going to be very important week in the US economic data. So this week we had ISM manufacturing PMI, that was on Monday, Joel's job openings on Tuesday. Then we have ADP payrolls Wednesday, ISM services PMI Wednesday. What we are looking forward to is exactly going to be Fed rate decision, which is going to be on Wednesday. So that is going to be something very exciting and something that could be very bullish or bearish as the rate comes out. Next up, we look into our bubbles for today. Bubbles are looking good. Algo is up about 19%. HNT is up about 12% right now. Overall, the market has had that relief bounce that we wanted it to have and have some kind of momentum back into the bull's hands, where we have AR up about 4.3%. AVAX is up about right now 5.3%. Luna is just trading around 2%, so looks okay. Overall market does look okay. If we jump into 1 hour as well, we do see a lot of coins right now that are pumping on the daily time frames, are having some kind of pullback in the hourly time frames. So that's the reason we want to break above those zones of 41,000, 40,500 on BTC. So we can expect some kind of big move to be coming in this market and get kind of bullish. Next up, we're going to look into our data, big data on gate.io. So yesterday we were at 28 fears. Today we are at 27 fear levels. Liquidations, contract positions, gray positions, and block orders all look very good right now in the market. If we get into long and short ratios, global data, about 54.99% people are in long positions in 24 hours. In 1 hour, it's 53 to 46%. Looks okay. If we get into long and short ratio block trades, 51.17% people are in short positions in 24 hours. And 62.91% people are in short positions against our bulls, which are only 37% in 1 hour time frame. So there's a lot of short positions open right now in the market. That's something we have to really watch out. We could have that long squeeze that we are been waiting for now for some time now, that could actually change the dynamics of the market. If we look into the market sentiment for BTC, neutral, Ethereum neutral, popular coins mainly all look neutral right now. Interestingly, funding rate right now is an idle position for BTC, though Ethereum is negative right now, but once we do have that upside, it should become positive as well. Next up, one of my favorite things, Gate.io startup blockchain project discount. So if you are a VIP member, this is where you have to ape into all of them. So we have Coliseum, we did discuss. It will easily rise above the raise target that they had initially decided, and it has surely done that. Then we have Undead block, Undead, and that is also reached way above its target that we had told you guys that they had decided to raise. that is something very good right now. I like always say play to earn and utility based tokens always do perform really well in markets like this. So all you have to do is join gate.io with my referral code, with my referral ID, get some airdrops on that deposits you're gonna make, and I'm sure you're gonna love all of that action coming in because you're gonna get rewards on each deposit you make. Next up, let's get into newly listed. So newly listed, we're gonna have Coliseum and Undead starting in newly listed in 1 day, about 4 hours and 17 hours. So if you aren't a VIP member, you don't have to shy away from this. All you have to do is wait for those coins to be coming on the newly listed on these time frames. Keep your alerts ready, ape into them. Surely you're gonna get some benefits of those upsides that we had been discussing, which is gonna be about 1000% to 5000%, and sometimes we do get those 500% as well. Next up, we're also going to be having Project Galaxy that's going to be starting in 2 days, 3 hours. That is something also you got to watch out for. Right now, a lot of DGen coins are doing very well. Victory Gem is about 164% pumping, and everything else is also looking very good. Swap is about 40%. Case in Finance about 20%. So a lot of coins right now in the market are certainly performing really well, especially those DGen coins. We are beginning to see some kind of good momentum coming into the DGen coins. So that's the reason I was suggesting the market could have that long squeeze where if we do go up to those levels of 40,500 to 41,500, usually before the meeting does come in, all the traders have already understood it's going to be 50 bps to 70 bps. So most people are prepared what the Fed is going to be deciding about, because nobody would just want to risk their money just like that. So let's get back into our charts. So in 4-hour time frames, we can certainly say that DXY has become sideways in the range we discussed, went almost to 104, which is very troublesome and inflationary into the markets and into the world as well. We don't want inflation to go high because it's always going to make things very hard for all family people, all normal people who are earning 9 to 7 or however you earn your bread. So that is something gonna be very cautious about. Inflation is rising right now in the markets and in the financial markets as well. If we look into USDT's dominance, USD dominance has been coming down pretty sideways in a range. We would ideally want this to be coming down. Obviously, we want to break below 4.25% to actually feel like, okay, now the market is gonna have some kind of big movements to be coming. So ideally, you have to watch right now USDT's dominance to understand whether we're going to be having that big upside in Bitcoin coming or not, because this is the only indicator that always helps us identify which upside or downside is coming. Bitcoin's dominance had a massive upside, went all the way to 43%, and after that we've been facing some kind of resistance from 43 levels. We have dumped below right now, but on a higher time frames we do look good. We can still expect some kind of double bottom to be built here and then probably push towards an upside. And we did discuss that we are in the second stage of a relationship where Bitcoin's dominance increases, price decreases, and altcoins dump very hard. So we have to be very cautious about that, and obviously remember this relationship that is been in the market. Overall, if we look into Solana's dominance, ADA's dominance, XRP's dominance, Luna's dominance, pretty sideways, just below 0.50%. So just within that range. Like I said, we are in third relationship, so we can see from others dominance that altcoins right now are certainly dumping. Now we get into the 4-hour chart for BTC. BTC has just been trading in this range. We are in a falling channel right now. All the falling channels always turn out to be very bullish. So we would want ideally that big movement to be coming, and that's the reason we want to break above. So it does make it around $40,000. Obviously, as time passes by, the range also comes down, but still kind of remains around $39,000 to $40,000. Once we do break above this, we'll be in a very good place to get into some kind of entries and get into some trades. Overall, right now, just have to be patient. Hope that the Fed rate hike is going to work out the way we are expecting things to work out for us, and it's probably going to bring some kind of big upside as well in this market. So if it does, we will be very bullish. If it doesn't, it's okay. That's how the markets work. We might expect some kind of downside to be coming, but we are prepared for that downside, because I have discussed that several times on my price structure chart that there is a very likeliness we could dump below, especially when it comes to ETH. We do have to break above this zone. This zone right now, if you count, is around about $2,900 to $2,950, and obviously ideally gain back $3,000, which is going to be a massive resistance that we have been facing for some time now. Got rejected here, and this is going to be the third time getting rejected. Though good volume has been coming into ETH, we would ideally want to have that big volume in the markets to back ourselves to have any kind of big upside to be coming. So hopefully we do have some kind of decision coming from the Fed that we would ideally want to have right now in a market like this and make ourselves very bullish. Price structure still looks okay. 4-hourly, we need to break these downtrend lines. Once we do, we can get very bullish in the market. So that's all for today's video, guys. Eid Mubarak to all of you. Smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye. See you guys tomorrow.